Okay, wherever Carla puts her finger is we're going to talk about road trips.
Oh, not bad!
New York, alright. We have no experience, but let's give it a shot.
Alright.
Now we're actually going to be talking about road trips in Alberta. So Canada is one of the best places to do road trips for sure, and our home province is Alberta. So we've done a lot of road trips here from east to west and from north to south, and in this video we're going to talk about our 11 favorite road trips in Alberta. Alberta is home to beautiful landscapes, mountain peaks, waterfalls, turquoise lakes, wildlife, historic towns, and endless adventures.
We're gonna start with probably the most popular road trip in Alberta, Calgary to Lake Louise. We've done this road trip many times. It only takes 2 hours, and along the way you will be able to see how the landscape transitions from prairies to mountain peaks. During this road trip, you will enter Banff National Park, which is the most visited park in all of Canada and home to beautiful landscapes and wildlife.
This road trip goes along the Trans-Canada Highway, passing popular places like Canmore and Banff, as well as secondary road trips such as the Bow Valley Parkway, which is where you'll find Johnston Canyon, which is one of our favorite hikes in the region, and it's popular in both the winter and summer as it goes through a canyon and gives you access to a bunch of different beautiful waterfalls. Other popular things to do include exploring the town of Banff, taking a ride on the Banff gondola, going skiing in the winter, admiring the turquoise colors of Lake Louise and Moraine Lake, and doing one of the many incredible hikes in the area.
Then if you continue on Highway 2 from Lake Louise, you'll start another great road trip, the Icefields Parkway. This road trip starts in Lake Louise and goes all the way to Jasper National Park. It's ranked as one of the most beautiful drives in the world, and it only takes 3 hours without stopping. However, you'll want the whole day to truly enjoy all the sights along the way.
This road trip is great in the winter and in the summer, but is more popular in the warmer months as there's more attractions open and the roads are generally safer. After Lake Louise, popular things to do and see are Peyto Lake, Bow Lake, Athabasca Falls, Sunwapta Falls, and the Columbia Icefields, where you can jump on an all-terrain bus that takes you onto the glacier, as well as the nearby Glacier Skywalk that allows you to walk out over the edge of a cliff on a glass floor bridge.
We've done this road trip in the summer and in the winter, so make sure to check out our other videos.
One of the cool things about road trips in Alberta is that a lot of them are intertwined. The David Thompson country has become one of our favorite regions in Alberta over the last few years and is located in between the Icefields Parkway and the Cowboy Trail, making it an easy addition to a variety of Alberta road trips.
It starts in Rocky Mountain House, where you can visit Rocky Mountain House National Historic Site, which is a great place to learn about some of Alberta's fur trading history, the Métis, and it's actually one of the very few historic sites where you can spend the night in a trapper's tent. However, the reason why we love this region so much is because it shares the beauty of the popular places like Banff, but with fewer people. This is a great road trip to do in both the summer and in the winter, which you can also learn more about under our Most Do Alberta playlist. But one of the places that has made this place more popular during the winter is Abraham Lake.
This is a massive blue turquoise lake that freezes during the winter and is home to frozen bubbles, something that's become sort of an Instagram sensation in recent years. It can also be a very windy place, which makes for another fun attraction, right?
Yeah, it was kind of scary, but I will do it again.
I think next time though I'm bringing skates and a parachute and seeing how fast I can go.
No, I don't think so. You'll be scared too.
I don't know.
No, he'll be scared.
But the ice bubbles are just one part of this beautiful area. There's also ice climbing and frozen waterfalls, and in the summer there's lots of opportunities for mountain climbing, hiking, horseback riding, admiring some of the province's most beautiful waterfalls, and spotting wildlife.
But something that you shouldn't miss while visiting David Thompson is a helicopter ride. Hands down, is the best way to see the beauty of this place. You can either have a glass of wine next to a waterfall during the summer or go snowshoeing in the backcountry during the winter.
At 700 kilometers long, the full Cowboy Trail takes in most of southwest Alberta. We've done the Cowboy Trail many times actually, but never as one whole trip, always in pieces to see certain destinations. But if you decide to do the whole Cowboy Trail, which is actually a historic cattle drive route, you'll start from Mayerthorpe, which is near Edmonton, going down on Highway 22 to places like SUNDRE, Rocky Mountain House, Cochrane, Bragg Creek, Turner Valley, the historic Bayou Ranch, Lundbrick Falls, Pincher Creek, and Cardston. So pretty much the trail takes about a full day to do, but of course if you want to enjoy the sights and enjoy the towns along the way, you'd probably want to give yourself a good week.
You did your homework, you memorized all the towns. Last summer we did a road trip from SUNDRE to TINDA Ranch. It takes about 1 hour and a half just one way on a dirt road, but consider spending the whole day or even a few days to explore the area. In SUNDRE, you can learn about some of Alberta's history at the SUNDRE District Museum or rent some ATVs to explore the many trails in the region.
One of the things that really surprised us as we drove the road to TINDA is the amount of wild horses. I believe there's roughly 1,200 wild horses in the area, and it's a really beautiful experience to see them running along the side of the road. There's no guarantee to see them, but you have a pretty good chance here. Plus, you can always visit the Wild Horses of Alberta Society, where they actually rescue injured wild horses and prepare them for adoption. Also along the highway is the chance to go horseback riding around Panther Valley, as well as whitewater rafting down the Red Deer River. At the end, of course, is TINDA, a historical Parks Canada ranch and the only government-run working horse ranch since 1917. And while there, you can do a short hike to the nearby Bighorn Falls.
The Crow's Nest Pass is another great road trip in Alberta, where you can learn about some of Alberta's mining history, but also about some of Canada's biggest tragedies. This road trip starts at a very cool waterfall called Lundbrick Falls, and it goes all the way to Coleman, passing through the towns of Bellevue, Hillcrest, Farranc, and Blairmore.
In Bellevue, you can take an underground mine tour where you can learn everything about the process of extracting coal and other minerals. And just across the highway in Hillcrest, you can actually learn about one of the biggest mining disasters in the country. Then around the halfway point is the most popular site in the whole region, Frank Slide. This is Canada's deadliest landslide and is popular not just because of the interpretive center, but because you can actually see what it looks like when the top of a mountain comes down. It's quite the experience to drive through or to walk through all the rock and just imagine how devastating it must have been for the town of Frank. Other popular things to do include learning about the rum running days during Prohibition, visiting the Coleman Museum, and walking the historic streets of a mining town that is now a National Historic Site, or just enjoying all the outdoor activities such as hiking and golfing.
Last winter we drove from Castle Provincial Park to WATERTON Lakes National Park. This is a short 1 hour drive, which is a beautiful way to see the southern part of Alberta, and Castle Provincial Park is actually the newest park in Alberta, which is great for hiking and camping, a place that we haven't really explored that much, but that it's high on our list. However, in the winter we often visit Castle Mountain Ski Resort, which is a very popular spot with the locals and home to some of Alberta's best snow.
WATERTON Lakes National Park is unique as it's right on the border with the United States, as well as it's where the prairies meet the Rocky Mountains. It's very popular in the summer months, but surprisingly, Carla and I have never been there together. We did, however, explore the region this past winter, and it really inspired us to go back soon. Although the town is mostly shut down during the winter months, it's home to some beautiful hikes such as the hike to Bears Hump, which offers incredible views over the town and the lake.
The Canadian Badlands is a totally different road trip from the ones we just mentioned. The landscape is quite the opposite of the mountains, with deep canyons carved by erosion over millions of years.
If you opt just to do Dinosaur Trail, it's only about 1 to 2 hours and takes you through the dinosaur capital of the world, including Drumheller and the Royal Tyrrell Museum, where you can actually see some of the gigantic dinosaur skeletons they found here in the region, as well as nearby Horse Thief and Horseshoe Canyon, where you can actually go on some hikes through the canyons themselves. Whether you're into stunning Badlands scenery or dinosaurs, this is a place you don't want to miss. And if you want to extend the trip even further, you can continue down to Hoodoo Trail to see some really unique geological formations, and then go further east to Dinosaur Provincial Park. Other popular stops include the Badlands Amphitheater, the Atlas Coal Mine Historic Site, and the Star Mine Suspension Bridge.
The Sheep River is a road trip that we made up ourselves. We actually live in this area for quite a long time, about 10 years, and it's a road trip that goes from High River to Sheep River Provincial Park, passing through the towns of Black Diamond, Okotoks, and Turner Valley.
These are small western towns that have beautiful heritage streets and are great for walking around, shopping, and dining. A lot of western movies have also been filmed here, and along the way you can also visit the Okotoks Erratic, the largest rock of its kind that was transported here by glaciers thousands of years ago. Then at the end of the road trip, you'll find 2 provincial parks which are home to beautiful scenery, hiking opportunities, camping, and a beautiful waterfall. We actually did a hike here once too, for just a short hour hike, and we actually saw a moose and her baby.
The HIGHWOOD Pass and KANANASKIS Trail are 2 different road trips through the Canadian Rockies that we actually joined together, as the drives are actually quite short and the roads are actually attached.
Yeah, and the HIGHWOOD Pass actually starts right on the Cowboy Trail in Longview and continues west towards the mountains and takes you, of course, like you said, to the KANANASKIS Trail, which brings you all the way back to the Trans-Canada Highway near Canmore. So it's only it's about a 2 to 3 hour drive if you're just driving through, and it's a good chance to see really beautiful scenery, pretty high chance of seeing some wildlife, and of course there's great hiking opportunities along the way. But it is closed from December 1st to June 15th, as they close it due to the bighorn sheep migration, which is pretty cool that they do that. So if you're gonna go in the winter, you won't be able to do it, but you could access the KANANASKIS Trail from the Trans-Canada Highway and visit the Kananaskis Village, which is home to the Nikiska Ski Resort and the Kananaskis Nordic Spa. The Smith-Dorrien Trail is another road trip that also connects to the HIGHWOOD Pass, but is open year-round, and is actually a road trip we've done throughout the year. This 70-kilometer gravel road can take nearly 2 hours to drive, but passes the famous Three Sisters Mountains, along with Spray Lake Reservoir. It basically starts in Canmore and goes all the way to the HIGHWOOD Pass. However, in the winter, as we mentioned, the HIGHWOOD Pass is closed, so you would have to actually return the same way back to Canmore. It's a beautiful area though, and in the summer, we love camping and paddleboarding at Spray Lakes, and in the winter, you can also do some snowshoeing.
We actually visited in the winter for the first time this year, spending the night at Mount Engadine Lodge and having fun in the meadow that is right in front of the hotel. And that's it for our 11 favorite road trips in Alberta.
Yeah, we have a lot more planned this year, so we're looking forward to seeing even more of the province. And of course, for a more detailed description on these road trips, go to our website at mustdocanada.com. We'll actually have a link in the description that goes right to the Alberta road trip article. And of course, leave us a comment. We'd love to know which of these road trips you'd love to do, or maybe which one you've done and which one's your favorite. And don't forget as well, we have a newsletter now. So every week we send out a newsletter with the latest articles, the latest video, our top photo of the week, and more.
Sometimes we have some giveaways. But anyway, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications so you don't miss out in any of our future videos, and
visit our website at mustdocanada.com.
If you continue on Highway 2...
You have something in your teeth there.
What?
I don't know.
It's fine, Matthew, why you didn't tell me?
I just thought people, want to see the real you.
No, probably they don't want to see
Not
this.
flossing, that kind of stuff.